Hey there, this is Silvi Anchor, and you're watching Silver Anchor, and this is Study Sunday. So we're long overdue for our Scorpio video, but it's still Scorpio season, so I'm not going to call it late, it's just not at the beginning. So I got a little behind on doing everything, Inktober, everything just piling up, and I thought about it today while I made this page, is I was feeling the effects of Scorpio season, for sure. So the animal representing Scorpio is obviously a scorpion. And the elements, it's water is the element, fixed is the modality, and the planet, traditionally, it was Mars. But in the modern, it is Pluto. And y'all know I've been ignoring poor Pluto a lot in our astrology. And we'll get to that later, but Pluto is the god of the underworld, god of death, and Scorpio is about death and rebirth. So I felt it was really appropriate to honor Pluto definitely in this scenario. So I'm going to put the modern planets as they correlate with the signs. But I'm going to continue to not put them in the explanation down below where I go through the 7 traditional planets. I don't do all 9 planets. I leave out the outer ones that you can't see from Earth, that we wouldn't know about except for telescopes. And I feel that their influence is not as strong. And also, they move so slowly. So, if you have Pluto in, I think it's Libra, so does everybody in your generation. It's literally a generational sign. It lasts for 20 plus years. So, everyone in your sign will have it. So, the number 1 word here is transformative. I made it very big. I wrote over other words. So, that's the big thing going on here, is death and rebirth, transformation. And I feel like that's what I've been going through in this last month. But I got back to work today. It felt really good. I've been doing other projects, a lot of other projects. You can even see the residue of some projects on my pink craft pad. I don't know what else to call that. It's a cutting mat, but I really like drawing over it. So I'm pointing out here the symbol for Scorpio and Virgo. The contradiction here is Scorpio is associated with sex. And you can see that in the symbol. You can see the phallic symbol as opposed to the feminine symbol in Virgo. And Virgo, I like to think of its legs crossed because we talked about chastity with Virgo. And it would be the opposite here with Scorpio. And the Virgo-Scorpio compatibility, if you're wondering, is very good. They are a good pair together. It is a hot relationship between the Virgin and the Scorpion. So if that's a pairing you're thinking about, go for it. It can be really, really hot. So talking about each of the planets in Scorpio. So we have all the words up here that apply to Sun, intuitive, loyal, intense. And the moon, I'm pointing it out, look, moon is emotion, Scorpio is emotion, so it's very intense emotion for the moon. If you have Scorpio in your Mercury, you're witty, you can be stubborn sometimes. Remember, Venus is about how you are in a relationship. So this can evolve, the intensity can go into something more controlling. And Mars is more about sex and how you're assertive. So you have that stamina and you can be rather aggressive. Jupiter in Scorpio it puts all that transformative, strong will into how you grow. So it's really good for people who are researchers in science, psychology, because you understand emotion. You like solving mysteries. And then you can barely see it down there. The Saturn is secretive and repressed emotions. So remember, Saturn is like the challenge in that sign. So it's what the sign represents is often difficult for you. So if you have Saturn in Scorpio, it's difficult to show your emotions. So now we're on to the fun part. We're going to use colored pencils and this watercolor pencil, the water brush pen. And I went with a pretty simple color scheme here. Kind of a fall theme, because we are still in the middle of fall. Looking forward to the fall holidays, but also looking forward to winter. I'm already excited about solstice, even though that's well over a month away. But I really like that time of year. I like that things can kind of slow down and you get a little bit of a break. You get a chance to see some family, exchange gifts, all those pagan things. No, but I do celebrate, I guess, the winter holiday, but it's more about just seeing everybody and having delicious food. And I mean, if you really look into it, a lot of these traditions do have pagan roots. So it's just a lot of fun. I really enjoy that time of year. I like the lights. I like the festivities. I'm already working on all my gifts. That was my resolution from last year to, in 2020, actually start on gifts in November. So that's been one thing keeping up my time, as I've been doing some DIY kind of gifts for family. And I'm getting ahead because last year I tried to do gifts on December 23rd and they failed, and I ended up with nothing. I brought 0 gifts and it was very embarrassing. So I was not going to go through that again. So the flower is peony. The metal is sodium, which I thought was interesting because if you put sodium in water, it is explosive. And that reminds me of that volatile emotion that a Scorpio can have. And then the gemstone is topaz, which again matches this color scheme. It's all these warm autumn colors here. And the 8th house of, remember, our 12 houses, and the 8th house is death and rebirth. And it can be a tough phase, and I've been definitely feeling that this Scorpio season. I've gone through some emotional challenges. I've definitely just been transforming this month, and I'm excited to starting to feel the other side, I guess, as I've been through a little bit of a death in a way. My channel I thought was going to die. I hadn't posted for at least 2 or 3 weeks. And yeah, Inktober, it was about that same time that I stopped Inktober. I got to the 20th, and I even picked up my sketchbook today. I thought maybe I'll do the 21st, and I looked at the prompt and I got stumped again. It's sleep. I had sketched some sheep, and I wasn't in the mood. But I have been working on some other projects in the background. You're going to hear more about them later this month. It is something related to the channel, so I'm really excited to have this project finally coming close, because I've been working on it since September. But I've been very busy, but I need to make time to keep doing these. I'm going to continue my tarot series, and I've been inspired for some new spreads to do here on Study Sunday. But I really liked how this flower turned out. This whole project has really introduced me to the joy of drawing flowers. It's something I'd never really done before. And now I've been drawing a lot more of them, even outside of Study Sunday. Just really enjoying drawing the flowers. And getting to draw a new one each month, kind of, it's letting me learn a new flower. And I'm excited to get to the signs after Scorpio, because this is where I'm weakest. I don't have any of these signs in my chart, and everyone knows their own chart best. So my chart is extremely lopsided. So I have some Scorpio, but then everything after that, I don't have any of them for 6 months. So I'm really excited to get to learn about the next signs coming up through the rest of this year. Well, into 21. I mean, the rest of the astrological year as we get to Pisces. I'll say it that way. So thank you all for watching. This has been Silver Anchor, and I've been shading my flower, talking about Scorpio season. And thank you. Subscribe, like,